Hi there and welcome to Connecticut Style. I'm Teresa. LaBarbera. Steve Parker has the day off. Coming up, the Liberty Bank Foundation and Hope Partnership are responding to the critical need for affordable housing. We'll find out about the ferry crossing project. Plus, on stage 8, solo artist Mariko is making a name for herself in the music world. Wait until you hear her perform. And it is Firehouse Friday. I'm here with Paul Pizzanti, the Director of Trauma Services at Bridgeport Hospital, along with Deputy Chief Frank Papa and firefighter Alan Bryant from the Newington Fire Department. Guys, it's great to have you all here in the kitchen. Now, we know that Firehouse Friday benefits the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. Okay. And the 4th of July is right around the corner. It's summertime. Dangerous times when we talk about sparklers and fireworks. Do you see injuries like that?
Yes. Being the only burn center in Connecticut, and especially on July 4th, we see a lot of injuries due to fireworks. Mm-hmm. So what you should do to prevent these is leave it to the professionals.
Oh, good point.
Yes.
And also barbecues, fire pits, same thing, I would assume.
Yes, and what you need to do when you know it's fun time, you want to barbecue, you want to grill, what you should do is have a kid-safe zone. So if you have kids around, you want 10 feet around the perimeter of your barbecue. You also want to check for the propane before you go, make sure there's no cracks or leaks or anything like that. Okay. And you just want to have a fire extinguisher just in case.
Good tips for the summer season. Yeah. All right, what are we making here today in the kitchen? It smells delightful.
We're making a dish I call South End Protection Pork Loin with backdraft Brussels sprouts, which is a...
Is this a popular item in the firehouse? Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Looks delightful. I can't wait to learn how to make it.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get the show on the road, guys. Look right into camera 2. Tell everyone what they're going to do.
Sit back
and relax.
You're having lunch with style.
Around here, we like to gather for a weekly game of cards. But lately, things have, how do I say this, changed.
More people are saving big during Cox's 10-day Free Fest. Get your first month free when you add any new Cox service, like high-speed internet, advanced TV, or digital telephone.
Oh. We used to play for fun. Buttons or knickknacks. And then suddenly we had all this money.
It's a $10 ante, ladies. We got a no-pot limit, and we're playing with one-eyed royals.
Now it's all about the cash.
Mr. Hamilton wants to join the party.
We're doubling down with free premium channels when you add all 3 services. And ask about our free DVR service and free installation.
Thanks for showing me your cards. Your hand's as red as your dye job.
They are sharks.
We're going all in with a free first month with any Cox service. That includes high-speed internet, advanced TV, or digital phone.
Looks like Mama's getting her pool boy.
Oh, man.
Hurry, Free Fest only lasts 10 days. Upgrade now by calling, clicking, or coming by today.
Race into summer at Lake Compound. Go head-to-head. Race side-by-side. New Riptide Racer.
What I like about you.
It's your last chance to get a season pass for just $69.99. Plus, bring a buddy days free. Offer ends June 30th and cool off with free Pepsi all day.
That's what I like about you. Yeah.
Lake Compound, just minutes away off I-84 in Bristol.
Hey!
Since its inception, Liberty Bank and the Liberty Bank Foundation have supported Hope Partnership. It's an affordable housing project that is changing the quality of life for 16 families in Old Saybrook. Here to talk about this critical initiative and what it means to the community is Calvin Price, the Vice President of Community Development at Liberty Bank, and Tony Lyons, the President of Hope Partnership. Gentlemen, thank you for being here. Calvin, I want to talk to you first and ask you a little bit about the mission of the Liberty Bank Foundation.
The mission of the Liberty Foundation is to support the broader community in 3 areas. We support in the arts, we support in housing, and we support in health services. And the primary purpose is to enhance the quality of life in our assessment areas throughout our market area.
Mm-hmm. And we determined that there was a need to create more affordable housing. Tony, why don't you explain exactly what that means?
Sure. When we talk about affordable housing, what we're referring to is housing for people that work in our community, that grew up in our community, but there's very few options for them to live. So, you know, housing costs on the shoreline in Connecticut are very expensive. There's very few rental options. So people who have low to medium wage jobs have a hard time finding a place to live. So people who work in our retail stores, who are teaching our schools, who drive the school bus, those kinds of professions, occupations have very limited options.
That every town needs, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about the Hope Partnership.
Sure. Well, Hope Partnership started almost 10 years ago in one of the local churches in Old Saybrook, where a number of community leaders got together and were concerned about this problem and felt that there was a need, that the private market wasn't going to address this need on its own, and there needed to be an organization of volunteers and community leaders, town government leaders, who really needed to take this on and come up with some solutions, some creative solutions. So over that time, we've built a lot of support, not just in Old Saybrook, but throughout the shoreline area. We are now looking to do similar projects in all the towns along the shoreline, basically from Madison to Old Lyme. And we're getting a lot of success. We're getting a lot of support for what we're trying to accomplish.
That's great. Changing lives, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Calvin, why is this initiative so important to Liberty Bank and the foundation?
It is extremely important to our bank and to our foundation, primarily because, as you've indicated, it changes the lives of individuals. Liberty Bank invests in the community for the broader purpose of economic growth for businesses that we do business in the community with, and for the fact that it allows people to improve their life as far as individuals.
Sure.
And us being a community bank, it is significant for us to continue to do that in these type of communities.
Sure, makes sense. Let's talk about the ferry crossing project.
Sure. We're very proud of this project. This is 16 homes, new construction homes that are being built in Old Saybrook. They're actually opening. Our grand opening is today. We're very happy to have a number of local dignitaries that will be on hand to christen these new homes, and the families are in the process of moving in now.
They're beautiful. I'm sure it was a lot of hard work that went into this.
These pictures were taken actually about 6 to 8 months ago when the homes were just under construction, and they're actually all complete now, and they look absolutely magnificent. And they're right on Ferry Road in Old Saybrook. You can actually see them from I-95.
Oh, that's great. Calvin, how supportive was the community with this project? I'm assuming everybody probably came together.
Well, this project is unique to the community in the sense that we were able to gather support from the broader community. We more or less did community charrettes. We met with town leaders. We met with business leaders. We met with the broader community, which allowed for us to get support. So therefore, when we introduced this project to the community, we had broad support and allowed for us to move forward. Liberty Bank and Hope was very instrumental in that. Our foundation supported that initiative with funding, supported that initiative with staffing, and we supported that from a business perspective as far as bringing in other partners, which allowed for this initiative to move forward.
Great. Very good. Let's put some information up on the screen. If you'd like to learn a little bit more on the Liberty Bank Foundation and the Hope Partnership, you could visit the website that's right there. We'll also have the information on WTNH.com. Just click on CT Style. Calvin, Tony, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
All right.
Thank you.
Up next, it's Firehouse Friday. Firefighters from the Newington Fire Department share a favorite recipe. That's when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
Discover fun for the whole family at the Dinosaur Place in Oakdale, Connecticut, in the heart of Mystic Country. Come face to face with over 30 life-size dinosaurs, find adventures in a real maze, see an erupting volcano, then cool off in the region's largest splash pad. The fun never stops at the Dinosaur Place, both outdoors and indoors. Dig for gemstones in the jackpot mine, pan for gold, and keep what you find. So much to do, so much to see. Season passes now available.
If you have satellite and slow DSL, you've been missing out. With Xfinity On Demand, you get more than just new releases. You get thousands of movies, TV shows, and more. 90% of them are free, and you can stream them all online with lightning-fast speeds. It's your TV and internet working together to bring you the ultimate entertainment experience. Satellite and slow DSL have nothing like this. Call 1-877-342-6509 and switch to Xfinity TV, Internet, and Voice for $89.99 a month for 12 months. Plus, Xfinity is the fastest Internet provider in the nation, according to PC Mag. So don't get left behind with slow DSL. Switch to the Xfinity Triple Play from Comcast for $89.99 a month for 12 months, with Stream Picks included for a year. So if you have satellite and slow DSL, see what you've been missing and make the switch to Xfinity. Call 1-877-342-6509. That's 1-877-342-6509.
Well, it's Firehouse Friday, and today we shine the spotlight on the Newington Volunteer Fire Department and their 95 years of service in the community. This is all to raise awareness and funds for the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital. Joining me now are Deputy Chief Frank Papa and firefighter Alan Bryant from the Newington Volunteer Fire Department. Guys, thanks so much for being here.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
So first off, what are we making here? I see a lot of pork products.
We're making what I call South End Protection pork loin with backdraft Brussels sprouts.
Oh, how fitting. Very nice. And we should mention you guys are celebrating 95 years of service.
Correct.
That's pretty cool. And a big celebration this weekend?
Yes. Yep. Department was founded in 1917. And this Saturday we're having a huge parade. Just, 25 other departments are celebrating with us. They'll be involved in the parade and a whole host of other organizations. Great. So it should be a real good time.
Yeah, we'll hear about some of the details in a little bit. But first, let's get cooking here, Alan. What do we make? Well, we know what we're making, but how do we do it?
We're going to start off with a 3 to 4 pound piece of pork loin. I'd like to lay it out, trim off as much of the fat that's on it, and then once that's done, you're going to wrap it in bacon, and you put that in the oven for about 15 minutes a pound at 300.
Like anything with bacon on it would be great.
That's usually the going good factor about it, but yeah.
Are you the cook over there? You're feeding
at my firehouse, yeah. Yeah, I'm the chef by choice, so.
All right, should we wrap this? Is that what you plan on
absolutely.
doing?
I'll trim this up a little bit. Just want to get off most of the heavy fat. You don't really need it there. A little bit more appealing and appetizing at the end.
Sure. All right, so what happens, you're preparing a meal, and all of a sudden you guys get a call. You got to drop everything, shut the oven off? More or less?
More or less, depending on how many guys are down the firehouse and whatnot. They all like to eat when they come back, so sometimes I'll stay back. But yeah,
make sure they have food afterwards, right? That's important.
If need be, just shut it all down and toss it in the oven on warm, and we'll be back.
All right, actually, we have some pictures we could take a look at. I think it's of the, what are we looking at here?
That's Newington Fire Headquarters, and those are our 4 frontline engines 1 through 4. And that is the original firehouse.
Oh, you've come a long way, huh?
Come a long, long way. That fire station, I believe, was built in 1929, and that was when the town of Newington actually bought its first fire truck. That's our command staff, the chief and assistant chief and the other deputy chiefs.
Great. Oh, and there's the badge, right?
That's our patch.
How many calls do you respond to each year?
Somewhere between 800 and 1,000.
That's a lot for a volunteer department.
It is. It's 3 a day sometimes, and we're extremely busy, and we're not the EMS first responders, so that's all strictly fire calls.
I see.
Whether it be alarms or fire or extrication, something like that.
I think it's important to remind people that you guys have other full-time jobs. You're volunteering to do this.
Absolutely. The fire department is now we're busy enough that it's like having a full-time job.
Got it. Now, what have you done here to the pork? You put some spices down?
Yes, trimmed off all the fat and all the silver skin, all the stuff that you don't want to eat when it's done anyway.
Okay.
Season it up with a little salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Now I'm going to take about a ½ pound of bacon and just nicely wrap it around here.
Very nice. Okay. I want to ask you, why is the burn center so important?
Well, what they do is they're the only ones in Connecticut that do what they do. First off, and we see it, unfortunately, too often, and they're amazing folks down there in what they do, and anything that we can do to help, not only the public, but God forbid, one of us needs to go there.
That's true, right?
We want them to have the best of everything, and anything we can do to help, we try and do that.
Very good. Frank, tell us to me about these ID kits. That's going to be available this Saturday at the celebration?
Right. At the conclusion of the parade in the park, we're going to have a table set up, and we're going to do the child identification. And what that little kit allows you to do is you can fingerprint your child, place to attach a current photo of your child, important information that, you know, if your child for some reason is going missing, that it's everything that the police and the rescuers would need to locate.
Sure.
And there's even instructions in a little bag to, you know, clip a little lock of hair so you can have a DNA
an important
sample.
thing to have, right?
Absolutely, and it's something that probably people wouldn't think of. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer those up in exchange for a donation to the Burn Center.
That's perfect. All right, now, Alan, you've taken off the fat. However, we've added some bacon.
Yes.
So I guess it all evens out, right?
So you add a little, you take off the fat and add some more and extra flavor and whatnot, and then once that's all wrapped up nice and pretty, you put it in the pan, 350 for 15 minutes a pound, depending on the size of your pork loin. So about an hour and 15 minutes. Come out about 140 degrees, 150 degrees. You want a nice medium well.
Very nice. And the Brussels sprouts, you just kind of put them in a frying pan, more or less?
Actually, I prefer to use fresh ones.
Okay.
I can show you.
We're running out of time, actually,
Okay.
but we're going to taste them at the end of the show, which will be great. But I want to ask you, what's the most popular meal at the firehouse?
Oh, anything I cook.
Wow, it's that
That's
good,
true.
huh? All right, let's put some info up on the screen. If you at home want to help out the Connecticut Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital by making a donation, go to ctburncenter.wtnh.com, and we're going to dig in at the end of the show, so don't go anywhere. In fact, put that in the oven for us.
You got it.
All right, coming up next, solo artist Mariko performs an original. That's when Connecticut Style returns. Don't go anywhere.
We love your eye for news, your eye for weather, and especially your eye for great stuff like this. Keep sending those pics and story ideas to us through Report It. And thanks for being a part of the team. The Yankees take on the Mets tonight at 7, only on MyTV9. The Bronx Bombers look to claim their bragging rights as the Subway Series heads to Citi Field for a showdown with the Mets. There's only one place to catch all of the action, tonight at 7, only on MyTV9.
I've seen my clients and their families in very difficult situations.
They need the help of somebody that cares, somebody that will step up for them in a time when they need that help the most.
Their car may be damaged, they're incurring medical bills, they're out of work.
We represent folks in situations that they never dreamed of being in.
And it makes you want to do a better job for your client.
That's what brings us back every day.
Buckley and Wynn, we're with you every step of the way.
This man had dentures that fit so poorly he was in pain.
One woman was so embarrassed by her teeth, she couldn't look at me.
No one should ever have to feel that way.
I put my hand on hers and I said,
You came then. It just gets better from here.
Right now, new patients get a free exam and x-rays, plus no interest for 18 months on quality dentures and dental care. Schedule an appointment now at aspendental.com or call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL.
She saw her new smile and she was so happy she cried.
Now that's a good day at the office.
Mariko is a solo artist who is really making a name for herself on the East Coast music scene, and this July she'll be playing the Vans Warped Tour. It's a popular music festival. Mariko and company, they join me now. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Why don't you introduce everybody first off?
All right, this is Joey on lead guitar. We got Adam on drums and Gino on bass, and they're all attractive.
Added bonus, I suppose, if you're working with them.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to learn some fun facts about you. We understand that you grew up overseas in Japan.
Yes, I was born in Tokyo, Japan, and then when I was 5, my mom took me to America because she's American, so.
Got it.
Yeah.
And kind of something interesting, you were on Sesame Street. How cool is that?
Jealous.
I really am.
You should be.
I totally am. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And English was your second language.
Yeah.
And you wanted to be a professional soccer player, huh?
Yes. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Did you cry? Well, at least you guys know how to have a good time,
yeah,
right?
We like to joke around, but yeah, no, when I was younger, I thought that I was gonna be the next Mia Hamm, and I'm not that good at soccer, so
you picked up a guitar.
I definitely did, and thank God.
How long have you been making music?
I've been making music for a very long time, but I would say professionally probably for 2 or 3 years.
And what would you say, or who would you say your influence is?
I definitely love Paramore and No Doubt and Green Day when I was growing up, and Company of Thieves. They're not that well known, but they're fantastic.
Tell me about the upcoming Vans Warped Tour.
Yeah, so Vans Warped Tour is a music festival usually in the summertime in America, and it travels all across the country. And the way I got it was I met Kevin Lyons at Canadian Music Week, which is great, and I was kind of like a stalker, and I just wouldn't leave him alone, and I was like, can you please just listen to my song? And he listened to it, he listened to the whole song, and he said, I'll let you play for 2 dates. So,
oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm playing in Uniondale and Darien Center, July 17th and the 21st. Mark your calendar.
There you go. All right, what are you guys going to play for us today?
We're going to play On With The Show, and it's an original song, and it's from my EP that's going to be released this summer. And you can check out all my information at maricosmusic.com or facebook.com/maricosmusic.
All right, take it away.
Thank you so much. Here we go.
I'm drowning in your lies. I can't see or breathe during this time. When will you feed me some simple love? It's so much fun participating in your games. We gotta go, we're done putting on the show. We gotta go, we're done putting on the show. You said you don't wanna run from love. It's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want. So keep on moving feet faster, and it's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want. Who cares about what others think? You're so wrapped up about my exterior. You forget about what's inside. It's so much fun participating in your games. We gotta go, we're done putting on the show. We gotta go, we're done putting on the show. You said you don't wanna run from love. It's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want. So keep on moving your feet faster, and it's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want. We gotta go, we're done putting up the show. We gotta go, we're done putting up the show. We gotta go, we're done that you don't wanna run now. It's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want. So keep on moving, that's a aim, that's a, it's a good thing, it's a good thing that I'm not what you want.
Around here, we like to gather for a weekly game of cards. But lately, things have, how do I say this, changed.
More people are saving big during Cox's 10-day free fest. Get your first month free when you add any new Cox service, like high-speed internet, advanced TV, or digital telephone.
We used to play for fun. Buttons or knickknacks. And then suddenly we had all this money.
It's $10 ante, ladies. We got a no-pot limit, and we're playing with one-eyed royals.
Now it's all about the cash.
Mr. Hamilton wants to join the party.
We're doubling down with free premium channels when you add all 3 services. And ask about our free DVR service and free installation.
Thanks for showing me your cards. Your hand's as red as your dye job.
They are sharks.
We're going all in with a free first month with any Cox service. That includes high-speed internet, advanced TV, or digital phone.
Looks like Mama's getting her pool boy.
Oh, man.
Hurry, Free Fest only lasts 10 days. Upgrade now by calling, clicking, or coming by today.
Race into summer at Lake Compound. Go head-to-head. Race side-by-side. New Riptide Racer.
What I like about you.
It's your last chance to get a season pass for just $69.99. Plus, bring a buddy days free. Offer ends June 30th and cool off with free Pepsi all day.
That's what I like about you. Yeah.
Lake Compound, just minutes away off I-84 in Bristol. Hey!
All right, we're back here in the kitchen with the folks from the Burn Center at Bridgeport Hospital, and we have Frank and Alan from the Newington Volunteer Fire Department, and you're still cooking up some Brussels sprouts here, right?
I am.
Looks delightful.
They are. They're fresh blanched Brussels sprouts cut in half, sautéed with some the rest of the bacon that I didn't use on the pork loin,
All
with
right.
some fresh garlic.
Sounds great.
Salt,
You
pepper to
finished
taste.
cooking, and we're going to toss it right back to Marika, who's going to play us off here with her band with the song Better Off. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you tomorrow.